Welcome morning meeting. So welcome to 2025. I may have said that in another video, but hey, it's worth repeating, right? So here's what's on my mind. Garbage in, garbage out. And I know I've said that before. I know that I've said that before in another video, but that is my PSA for you right now. Beginning of 2025, garbage in, garbage out. How are you going to control what you consume so that it doesn't negatively affect you and what you're going to do in your day to day so that you can accomplish the things that you want to do and move the needle ever so slightly so you can get where you want to go? What are you going to do? Are you going to fill yourself with a lot of encouragement and positive information? Or are you going to allow yourself to be sucked into a rabbit hole of despair? Are you going to allow yourself to go into a tailspin because of what's happening out there in the world that actually doesn't have any effect on you, but because you're watching it, your brain is thinking it's real and it's happening to you, or it might happen to you because you start to come up with all these ideas of how it could happen to you, and you become a little bit paranoid and scared about it. Happens to a lot of people, myself included. I'm not excluding myself from this sort of stuff. The difference here is, though, I know I've got to guard myself against it. And so I want to help you guard against it too. Garbage in, garbage out. Start thinking about very seriously how you're exposing yourself to certain pieces of information, whether that's via cable news, your local news, newspapers, magazines, videos, right? Seek out, look for the things that are going to help fill you up in a positive way and not feed into the fear that you might be having. Because I've said this before and I'll say it again, emotions are contagious. They're absolutely contagious. And oftentimes what I'm seeing from this video perspective is that people will engage, and I've seen it with my own videos, people will engage more with my videos when there's some negative element to the video. And that saddens me. I find that very sad. On one hand, some of you might be connecting in an empathetic way to the story I might be sharing. On the other hand, it's feeding into this negative cycle. And that I don't want. And that I've said before, I'm not going to do that anymore. So those videos are done. I'm going back to my roots. Hello psychology, neuropsychology, positive psychology, habits, that behavior, that sort of thing. That's what I geek out about. So I'll start telling you stories perhaps, but those stories, they're not going to have a negative bent to them. I'm not going to be doing that. So if that's what you're here for, sorry to disappoint you. Well, not really. I'm not really sorry to disappoint you because you clearly need something different than what I can offer. But if you want some encouragement and you want some happy stuff and you want to learn something about positive psychology principles or habit formation or any of that jazz, I'm your gal. I'm the person who can help with that. If you had a question about those sorts of things, if I don't know the answer and it's an intriguing question, I'll research it and then I'll let you know what I found because I'm geeky like that. It's stuff that I write about. I love to write about that. So remember, garbage in, garbage out. What are you allowing into your brain every single day? And be particularly careful about what you're watching before you go to bed. I know that from many examples in my own life. That stuff can just mess up your sleep. I've had countless examples of it. I watched Game of Thrones. That did not go well. I watched Sons of Anarchy for a while. That did not go well. I'm rewatching The 100 right now. My daughter got into it. And last night, I did not sleep well. So be careful about what you watch, even at night, and what you listen to. That's it. That's my message. Garbage in, garbage out. Control what you consume. See you later.